Link2 is a global leading financial technology platform, allowing accredited investors to identify, evaluate, invest in, and make liquid investments in the world's leading unicorns and private companies. Link2 provides accredited investors with access to shares of private companies, backed by some of the biggest VC funds in Silicon Valley. Accessing these investments used to be very difficult, but Link2 is changing this. There are no fees, and Link2 always invest in companies they offer, showing that they too have skin in the game. According to Cambridge Associates, over the past 25 years, VC funds have returned around 25% a year, whereas the S&P 500 returned 10% over the same period. Value creation in tech-enabled companies is expanding in the private market, especially as companies are staying private for longer. Link2's focus is companies that are around the unicorn stage, valued at around $1 billion or more, with high growth potential and a short horizon for liquidity event, and that are going to rapidly succeed and grow globally. Companies that aim to disrupt legacy industries, digitize business processes, or that tap into revolutionized tech like artificial intelligence and fintech. Getting started is easy. Simply create your account on the website or on their app using your iPhone or Android. Joining is completely free and open to accredited investors. You'll be able to find companies you want to invest in, each with an investment summary report containing research and valuation details. As required by the Securities and Exchange Commission, all investors must be accredited. Link2 can help you here too. They have the resources available to walk you through the accreditation process. Finally, the team has organized a loyalty program called Link2 Bucks. When a Link2 member refers a friend, the friend receives $250 Link2 Bucks toward their first investment. As soon as that friend makes their first investment, the member receives $750 back in Link2 Bucks. That's a win-win. To get started with your private investment journey, click the link below and create your account. Find an investment you like, do your research, and start your private equity portfolio. Okay guys, we got to break down what went down today and unpack everything it was. Because guys, it can get scary if you see support broken and you may, for instance, one, didn't have a stop loss on at or below support, which I'm going to teach about momentarily, and or if you were looking for the bounce off of support and then the stock to kind of head back to the upside. This game can get very, very scary. It can be very, very irrational and very, very hard to predict. So in today's video, guys, class will be in session. So do me a favor, please take some notes. Please lock in on this. Watch this 2 or 3 times if you need to get today's lesson, okay? Because when this repeats itself, I want to make sure you guys are prepared. That's what the teaching and learning is all about. Just preparation, okay? If you can be prepared in the future, guys, these things are things you can mitigate your losses. You can minimize your losses. Or more importantly, you may be able to take advantage of these things. This is why we don't guess. We don't gamble, we react around here, guys. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Really quickly, guys, I want to make sure you see the line chart on the SPY, ticker symbol SPY, sitting down 1.5% on a day, or the equivalent of $6.50, okay? If you look at the chart, not counting after hours, this was a move that kind of just had a kind of waterfall down slide today. We're going to pull out the charts and unpack it, guys, so keep it locked. Okay, guys, we're going to start out on a 30-minute chart for today's lesson, and then we're going to move to the 1-hour chart, and this is going to be an illustration of why I show you it's important to master all time frames, okay? Check this out. 406.17 is where we close. 408.10 is where we are sitting in after hours at the time of this recording. Take your eyes immediately to the gap, okay? That is the gap right there. I'm going to just write that up top for today so that you guys make sure the first thing you want to identify is whether or not a gap exists. This gap right here was at 412, okay? And then it came down here and opened at 410 to start the day out, okay? That's a $2 move right there. Sometimes you get a gap fill, meaning a move back to the upside. Once it again does what it does, sometimes you get a flush down just to keep you honest, just to keep you on your toes. let's go ahead and unpack that a tad bit on today, okay? So I pointed out that you had the gap fill, but check it out, guys. Just look at the stair step down that it made on today, going all the way down to this level right here, which took us to that 409.67. I called this out in Discord today that it was going to hit this level on the downside if we lost the 410 level, okay? That is where this was at, okay? But here is where the lessons come in at, okay? It hit support, okay? That's what this was. Let me just make sure you guys are getting this down to a T. It hit support. Typically, you want to kind of look for a bounce off support, even if it makes a double bottom and then begins to head back to the upside, typically closing the gap. However, on today, we did not get that, okay? Matter of fact, what we got was, let's go ahead and look at this. What we got was a break of support, and then we had this candle bust through, but then we had our first full candle, and then look at this big candle right there. Boom. Okay. And then we begin to flag out. You guys know about the bear flag, okay? We often try to tell you when you see the flag, this just means more downward pressure to come, okay? Now, where was this going to is what you guys want to be mindful of. We broke through 409. So 409 was one level, okay? Let's just call it that. And then it came and closed at 406.17. Here's where the lesson is at, guys. Let's go ahead and check this out. We're going to pull up the 1 hour chart, okay? Watch this. Okay, now we have this pulled up. All right, look at this. How ironic. And now hopefully you see why I tell you master and know, be informed about all time frames. Go right here, guys. We close at 406.17. Look at this level right here. Okay, support was at 406.12. All right, now we have bounced off this already in after hours and went up $2. These are things you need to be mindful of when you are doing your due diligence, okay? But we came down here, boom, we made the bear flag, okay? We hit my level, which was 409, okay? That was my play right there, in and out for today. Then it broke through support even more and continued to flush down, still flagging out till it hit 406.17 is where it closed that down here, okay? The 1 hour chart was able to illustrate for us where this play was coming to, okay? So now you want to do what from here, guys? What you do from here, let me move this out the way. Whenever we test support, that is the area you want to look for a bounce. So we kind of overshot a little bit, but it wouldn't be surprising if we got a move and went back to the upside, or if we got a move that begins to form, you guys know, a double bottom, okay? That's how those things happen already. We're sitting at 408 right now, so that's a $2 move already. So it's already trying to make its way back towards that 409 level, which we need to recapture tomorrow, okay? But this is why it's scary, okay? Let me break this down. If you are playing these plays and typically you want to look for support to have a bounce, but where should your stop loss be? Your stop loss should always go right under this level, okay? Your stop loss need to be right under support. If you're buying a call and thinking it's going to go to the upside, you want to have your stop loss right here, right underneath the support level, so that in case it continues to flush down, you guys could be protected, okay? However, and on the 30-minute chart, okay, you would have got stopped out and wouldn't have had to deal with this. Now we've already seen that it is respecting this 406 level, and buyers have stepped in, at least in after hours so far, and pushed it to the upside, okay? Listen, guys, these are lessons. These are tricks of the trade. I often talk to you about the importance of mastering each and every time frame, from the 1 week chart, the 1 day chart, all the way down to the 1 minute chart. Because if you can see the macro view as well as the minute to minute view, you can get a big picture perspective of how the puzzle is trying to come together, okay? I often say, if you see profit, take profit. Don't get greedy, and more importantly, don't overstay your welcome. You don't guess, you don't gamble, you react, because you have to see if support levels will be broken. Then you have to also know where is the next level of support is coming to if support number one is broken. Okay, same as in reverse, if this resistance is at play. Okay, you're going to always have different levels of resistance, which is to the upside. All right, if resistance is broken, you need to know, okay, we bust through 409. Okay, for example, where would we be going to next? Okay, after 409, we're going to go test 1050, 41050. Okay, en route to maybe 412, which will be another resistance level. But you want to play it level to level. Level to level simply means 408 to 406. That's the level you see right now. Okay, that's the range for until you see one or two of those levels are broken in either direction. Okay, but these are why you have to manage your risk. What is managing your risk? Ensuring that you got a stop loss on if you need to, or if you want to eyeball it, just make sure you know what, I was on the wrong side of this trade. It continued going down. I thought we was going to get a bounce. Boom, I cut my loss. Okay, you have to understand, small losses keep you in the game, guys. They happen to all of us. They will happen on your journey. It's part of the journey. Embrace it. Okay, however, it's okay to be wrong. It's not okay to stay wrong, and that's where I need you guys to make sure you are doing the right thing to ensure that you're on the right side of the trade. Okay, so with that being said, guys, hopefully this lesson was helpful. Hopefully you see kind of just where these things are kind of materializing and how things are forming, why we had such the drop we had, meaning why we went to the levels we went to. Guys, we don't get caught up in all the hoopla. We trade the chart. Okay, simply put, the charts told us 409.67 was a level that it was going to come to on the downside. What happened after that, we have to react to. It was either going to bounce off that level and go back to the upside, or as we see played out today, it fell through that level and tumbled all the way down to 406, which was another support. Be on the lookout, or simply check the 4-hour chart, guys. I'll give you a hint, since you guys are family. If we don't hold this 406 level, we will hit 399.63. Let's just call it 400 for the sake of this video. Okay, hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully this next level knowledge and wisdom helps you on your journey. Hopefully, more importantly, it adds value to your life. Okay, with that being said, guys, we make videos like this every day, so if you like this one, make sure you check out the next one. I'll catch you all next time. Peace.